Let's check out the new Undated release by Kellofaplan. Hi everyone, this is Angie. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here today, I welcome you and I hope you'll stick around. If you're a returning subscriber or viewer, welcome back. I'm so happy to have you here. In today's video, we're going to have a look at the latest release from Kellofaplan. This one goes live on Friday, September the 5th, and I could not be more excited about it. Y'all know I am a lover of dated basics. So let's go ahead and take a look at everything that's going to be in this release. First of all, we're going to get a new Dated Basics Volume 5 sticker book. We're going to get some undated planner extension packs. We've got a vertical, dashboard, horizontal, and guys, we have a new floral cover and divider set. And there are also two others which I do not have in my possession, but we're going to talk about those as well. So let's go ahead and get into it. So first of all, let's go ahead and have a look at this gorgeous cover and divider set. I'm going to go ahead and get mine out of the wrapper, but you'll notice here that it does say you're getting 12 double-sided dividers and a front and back laminated cover. Of course, this is all pre-punched, so let's have a look. All right, so we're going to go ahead and check out the floral cover and divider set that I have. There are two others. The other ones are a boho design. It looks like it has little rainbows and flowers on it, but they're in neutral tones. I want to say they are in pink and gray, but that might be the seasonal. So anyway, check Heather's website. If I can get a photo, I'll insert it at the end of this video. So I'll try to do that for you guys. All right, let's have a look at this beauty. So I'm really excited because our last cover and divider set that we got was more fall themed, and this one is really pretty. It's a little more of a spring theme, and I am totally down for that. Fall and spring are my favorite months. So let's flip through these little pretties real quick. So of course we're going to have these beautiful stripes on the inside cover. Again, this is laminated and pre-punched. We're going to have 12 dividers also with a laminated tab. The design on the back is the same as the front. So let's slide through these real quick. This is our divider number 2, number 3, 4. I think these are so pretty. And you know, this isn't, I mean, initially I was thinking spring, but y'all, this would be so pretty in the winter. Once we come out of Christmas and we're finished with all the blue, green, red, blue, and silver, you know, Christmas and Hanukkah colors, we'll probably be ready to start getting into some of these softer tones. Uh-oh, mine are a little stuck here. But yeah, I just think these are so pretty, and they're so functional because with these laminated tabs, you can label these one way and then you can peel that label off and reuse. And so here is the inside of the back cover. This is the back, and we've got our Kellofaplan logo down here. I love the pink and yellow combination. All right, so that is our cover and divider set. Love it. Let's move on and look at the other items now. So now that we've got these gorgeous cover and divider sets, I'm so excited that we have some new paper packs. So let's have a look at the horizontal. Each of these is going to be a 6-month pack. So if you want to create your own planner for a full year of any one layout, you would probably want to purchase 2 packs. And again, this release does go live on Friday, September 5th. I will leave an affiliate link in the description box. I would love it if you would consider shopping through that link at no extra cost to you. The first one I want to look at is horizontal. And I'm going to go ahead and set these other 2 aside so that we're not distracted by those, because this little beauty deserves all of our attention. All right, so again, this is a 6-month pre-pack or pre-punched pack. I'm going to take this off. And it looks like we've got our front page, which is a large dot grid pattern. We've got a completely neutral monthly calendar. you'll notice that this is our new font that we've been seeing recently in the 2026 planners, and also in some of our most recent sticker book releases that have had quotes and days of the week. Here is our weekly layout for the horizontal. Again, we've got that clean font. We've got a blank section up here with dot grid. Love it. And you're going to get 5 undated weeks. So love that. And again, this is enough paper for 6 months. So if you get a week where there are only 4 weeks, all you have to do is take out 1 page and you're back to your Monday through Sunday set, and you've got a page for later. Also, you'll notice the last page in here is also lined. It is not dot grid. So I love that. I'm excited that we finally have a horizontal option. Now, Heather does have a horizontal faith planner, but this is the first time she's done a horizontal paper pack. So I'm really excited over this. So let's have a look at the other two. Next, we're going to look at the dashboard planner extension pack. I'm going to get this one out of the wrapper. Okay, again, we do have 6 months in the dashboard extension pack. Now, some of you may be asking yourselves, I just bought a 2026 planner. Why do I need an undated extension pack? Well, the answer to that would be maybe you want to decorate a spread for a friend, or maybe you want to extend your current planner, you know, because you haven't made a decision on a new planner. Look at this, y'all. I love the font. This matches the 2026 planners that were just released. We do have that blank currently page. Another reason you might want to purchase an extension pack is maybe you just want to try a new layout and see if it's going to work for you before you invest in a full planner. And this is also a great way to build your own planner, because now that we've got those cover and divider sets and we've got these extension packs, yeah, that's a great way to customize your own setup. So in the horizontal, the back page was lined. In this dashboard, it is dot grid. So that is a look at the undated dashboard extension pack. Again, you do get 6 months pre-punched. Let's set that one aside and have a look at the vertical extension pack. And I'm going to take this one out of the wrapper. Okay, so let's have a look at the beautiful vertical planner extension pack. Again, we've got 6 months on this one. We've got this beautiful blank front page for your currently. You've got your clean monthly, and these are your weeklies. Again, you have 5 weeks in here. If you only need 4, all you have to do is remove a week. And then your last page is the dot grid. This is that wonderful Kellofaplan paper that's 93 pound paper. It's very smooth. It's great for a multitude of pens. If y'all watched my video where I talked about the new 2026 planners, I did do a pen test and I showed that brush pens, dot markers, and gel pens are all wonderful with this paper. So let's set that one aside. And last but not least, let's look at our new Dated Basics Volume 5 sticker book. So of course we've got all these awesome extension packs. Now we need to get them dated, right? So you'll notice the Dated Basics Volume 5 has the same cover as Volume 4 and the volumes prior to that. It just has a new color. Volume 4 was purple. So now we've got Volume 5 in blue. There's 3,233 stickers. And this one has 30 sheets. Have you ever tried to redate an old planner or date an undated planner? If so, this sticker book will be your new favorite. Jam-packed with date stickers, weekly stickers, and monthly stickers, this book is going to make dating your planner quick and easy. We hope it helps you plan a life you love. XOXO Heather. So stay tuned for the end of this video, because I am going to set up, or I'm going to date. I'm going to show y'all how to date an undated and how to redate 2 different ways an older outdated planner. So let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, so we've got those beautiful lettered holidays in the front. These are on paper. They're in black We did get some new additions this year. If you've had these books in the past, you'll notice this year we've got the addition of Fat Tuesday and Ash Wednesday. Also, National Sticker Day, National Planner Day, Earth Day, and we've got a My Birthday sticker. I love this font, and you'll recognize this font. It matches those monthly calendars that we just looked at, and it also matches the 2026 planners. All right, so we've got one page of those in black. We have a second page in color. You guys may recognize these colors. This is the new colorway that was introduced earlier this year with all of those functional sticker books. We had header boxes, hexagon boxes. What else did we have in there? Dashboard basics. You get the picture, but we had all these beautiful colors in there. So I'm so happy to see that that has carried over into this new book. All right, here we've got some fun National Day stickers. These are blank up here, so you can, populate that little blank space with whatever national holiday you're celebrating. And also you'll see that the date is shown below the sticker of when that day takes place, but the date is not part of the sticker. So it just gives you an idea of where, when that holiday actually takes place. And I love that these are, cut around, they're not in a square or a circle, they're cut around the words. I think that's really cute. So I love that. There's tons on here. And I also like that this is a little bit of a smaller font. So we had that on paper in black, and now we've got them on paper in color. Look, National Waffle Day is yellow and cheese is yellow. How perfect is that? Color coordinated with the holiday. All right, now we're going to get into some month stickers, and you'll see that some of these are rather large, so these are perfect for that monthly calendar that you need to get dated. I also like that we have a this month sticker for that sidebar. Now guys, if y'all are the least bit interested in this sticker book, I would definitely go ahead and pick it up when it releases, because this is one of her #1 sellers. And now that we've got these undated extension packs, everyone's going to need these dated books to go with them. And if you have seen Heather's little checklist, she did put out a list that shows when she's releasing her future planners, and the 2026 planners were dated, but those planners that are coming up soon are not dated, so you'll need this for that also. All right, now here we've got some smaller words. These would be for your weeklies. I love the different fonts. Got a pretty little script font down here at the bottom. Now we've got a page in color. Okay, now we've got some clears. All of those were on paper. This is our first set of stickers in this book that are on clear. So these are for dating those laminated tabs on your dividers so that you can indicate which month. And notice how tiny some of these are. I love that we've got a variety of sizes here. So if you're a mini planner user, these would be great for your mini also. And then you've also got those in color. So these are red, orange, dark green, royal blue, purple, and yellow. Okay, here we've got some large. Now these are squares. Some people might refer to these as trackers. Another good thing these would be used for, since you're going to be working with an undated planner, you might want to put one of these in your sidebar so that you've got the next month at a glance and you can fill it in. So you'll have a little calendar there. So those are available in black and also in color. Of course, these are on paper. Now we're getting into those little stickers that are for your monthly pages. Now these smaller ones are also great for your horizontal and your dashboard. So we've got 3 months of each font with 1, 2, 3, 4 different fonts. And you've got a second page in color. Love those. Here are our year stickers. We've got all the way up to 2028. I love the different fonts. Some of these we've seen before. This one I believe is new. We also have those in color. Okay, now we've got some abbreviated months. So when you're dating your planner, sometimes you might not want a you know, the full name, it might take up too much space. So these little small abbreviated ones are great so that they don't take up so much space on your page. You could also use these in your monthly. You can use these anywhere you want. I mean, this is a fully customizable system. All right, now we're into some clear stickers. These are the abbreviated days of the week and some different fonts and different sizes. We've got those in color also. More of those different fonts. This is a more traditional font that we're used to seeing in Kellofaplan, and these are our newer fonts. And these down here are like bubble letters. You could color those in with your markers if you want to, you know, make your own color. These are on paper. Okay, and now we've got some circular numbers. These circular numbers would be for dating your weekly. These will work best in your vertical. They're just a little on the large side for your dashboard and your horizontal. So you, like I said earlier, you might want to use some of those monthly smaller stickers for dating your weekly pages in your horizontal and your dashboard. So we got a variety of colors here. Here, these are circular stickers, but they are on a colored background. These are fun for seasonal planning. I wouldn't recommend dating your whole month with these yet. I would just use these as each week comes up, and you can match your, you know, this to whatever color scheme you're using that week. Okay, and back here, we've got some more holidays and birthday stickers. These are tiny. I would say these look like they're perfect for a mini planner, whether that's a Happy Planner or a Kellofaplan planner. Also, you know what? These would also be really good in the new half letter planner, or not half letter, the half sheet planner that we got from Kellofaplan. So you've got your holidays here. You've got some smaller numbers that would work in your monthly or your weekly, but ideally these would be perfect for a mini. So these back here are in black. These are in gray. Love that. Okay, guys, that is an excellent book, Dated Basics Volume 5. I'm thrilled to death to have this. So we're going to go ahead and we are going to fix up the October calendar in my Frankenplanner. Okay, so I've got my Frankenplanner here, and if y'all watch my Frankenplanner setup video, you know that I have been adding an extra little section to the social media area of my planner, and this is where I've been tracking my Kellofaplan affiliate tasks. So for the month of October, I only added a 2-page October calendar, and for my extra section, I only inserted this divider. So what I want to do is I don't think I'm going to date this divider, but I do need to insert some pages here, and I want to reach for the Dated Basics, and I also want to use the Kellofaplan dashboard pages. I think that's this one here. Yes, because what I'm thinking about doing, let me grab the first month out of here. What I am thinking about doing is using, of course, I will track my releases here and when all my social media posts need to go up. But I think I'm going to put my notes here for the specific release that takes place this week. So kind of, you know, that's what I'm thinking about doing here. So let me scoot my planner out of the way, and then we're going to get started on that. And then I'm also going to jump ahead, and I'm going to redate 2 outdated planners for the months of November and December. So if you're interested in that, stick around and we can get that done together. Okay, so the easiest way to date an undated planner, of course, is to have a dated calendar that you can reference. Sorry, I'm flipping my calendar open so that I can see. And I guess the funnest part of this is going to be choosing a font for October. So let's look at these larger fonts that are meant for the monthly page. And on the paper pages, it's not really necessary to use tweezers, but I would definitely recommend tweezers for the clear pages. Okay, so we're going to be doing October, and I think I'm going to go ahead and use the fun font, or the pretty, you know, little script font. And I want to come back here and grab a 2025. So let's find those. And I would like to see if I can find one that matches. I use the Undated, or I'm sorry, Dated Basics Volume 4 every single week in my dashboard planner. Okay, I know I've got my hands back here. All right, let's see. Y'all know what I just noticed? These start with 2026. So I'm going to have to come back. I'm going to have to grab my Dated Basics Volume 4 to put in my 2025. So I will do that when we come back. But the 1st of October is on a Wednesday. So let's go choose some monthly stickers or monthly numbers, the little small ones. Sorry for the flipping. You know, we're just now getting this new book and I'm excited to use it. Now, actually, I think I want to see if I can find a colored font. Since October will be Halloween, I think I want to use the pretty purple if we can find it. Okay, these are in black, and these are the little square cuts, which are perfect for your monthly. And look, here's the purple right here. So let's start with Wednesday. That will be on the 1st. Actually, I am going to go ahead and use these tweezers. I might be wishing I had looked for a colored October, y'all. So I'm going to date this one, and I am referencing the calendar on the top of my desk. But I think just since I have a limited amount of space here, I think I'm going to date this page first and then the other one, and then I will meet y'all back. So I did mention that having tweezers is not necessary to pull the paper stickers off the page, and that is true, but it is helpful with trying to get your stickers laid down straight on your monthly. So I'll come back and I'll put a 2025 over here. Now on my Kellofaplan, I usually will list down the side of the page when my releases are, and in this area I'll record the release dates and when I've posted my promos on the various social platforms. So redating the monthly in an undated is super easy. Okay, let's just go ahead and date the first week here, and then we'll move on and we'll do some redating. So Monday in October, let's see, actually Wednesday is the 1st. So I need to find the stickers that I'm going to use for the weekly. Now earlier I mentioned that these smaller fonts are best for your weekly because the circular ones might be a little big. So let's go ahead, and I think I'm just going to use a black font for this one. And I believe I'm going to pull, I think I'm going to pull this little cute one down here. So one thing about dating an undated planner is it's definitely, you know, fun. You get to, you know, it's customizable. And also an undated planner is great if you are not really fully committed to a specific planner, or you don't use one all the time, or you need one for a special event. So yeah, there's a lot of different reasons to pick up these extension packs. You know, like I said earlier, you might just want to try a new layout. All right, so now this is going to be September, so this will be the 29th and the 30th. So I am going to go ahead and take those from down here just so that the font will match. And then I think you'll have the idea on dating your undated. And that is something that's great to do while you're watching TV. Okay, guys, let's move on now and have a look at redating. So I'm going to set these pages aside. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and put these in my planner. And I'm not going to date my label or my tab here. Actually, I guess I can. Because since these are laminated, I can pull that off real easy if I want to repurpose this divider for, you know, another time, another reason, another event, or another topic. You get the picture. Okay, let's use a black one. Okay, and we're going to use these small clear ones. Now on these, you'll notice that you have 2 sets in the matching fonts. That's so that you can label the front of your tab and the back of your tab. So I want to look at the different sizes we have. Sorry for the flipping. Okay, let's go here. And I I think I want to use this one here, and this is going to be the month of October. So let's pull these little Octobers. And it looks like these are square cut or rectangular cut. And I'm probably only going to put one on the front of my tab. And I do use quite a few of the Undated planners. Currently, I'm using the Horizontal Faith Planner for my hand lettering and gratitude. So I do have to date that one myself. So that's why I've already got this August back here, because I do keep the, you know, the prior month and the current month. I have not dated September yet. Okay, so let's set this planner aside. Actually, sorry guys, I need to put my pages in here. Once I get these in here, then we can move on, and we're going to take a look at redating an older planner for the month of November. So I need to get myself a November calendar. So let's just flip to the front of my planner and look at the overview, which is right here for November. So I'm going to reference this November while we do the redating. Okay, guys, we all have them. Don't act like you don't. We all have tons of clearance planners, y'all, that we have picked up in the past. I purchased this July 22 through December 23 Happy Planner just for the specific purpose of redating. So if you want to redate an outdated planner, of course, the first thing you need to do is you need to have a month to refer to. So I'm going to pull out some undated pages, and I want to set them up for November. So what I'm going to look for in here is I'm going to come up here to the front calendar. Now we mentioned that this one started in July of 22, and it goes through December 23. So I'm going to reference those specific months, and I'm going to be looking for a Saturday start that has 30 days. So we're going to start with July. I'm looking for a Saturday start with 30 days. Now, November 22 is a possible contender because I could just take out that last day. Sorry if I'm out of frame. Okay, I'm still looking for a Saturday start with 30 days. Here's April. Okay, so it looks like April is what I want to use for November. So we're going to go to April 2023. And we are going to pull out the entire month. And we're going to date this one for November. And in this first sample, we're going to keep it simple, guys. I'm going to move this out of the way. Since these dates line up perfectly with November of 2025, the only thing I need to do is change my month, my year, and my tab. Now, we've already covered the fact that I don't have any 25 stickers in Dated Basics Volume 5. So we're just going to take care of the month for now. And of course, we'll also need to white out these holidays. So first of all, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring over the header boxes, and I'm just going to grab a box that will sort of coordinate with my divider that I've got here. These little header boxes are perfect for covering up the date that's already there. And if you want to use this in a different way later, you know, you can always peel the box off. Let's take this teal one. And since this is in white, I'm not going to worry about, you know, since this is in white, I'm not going to worry about taking that off. Now, another thing you could do would be simply just cut off this tab. But I need the tab. So I'm going to put that on the front, and I'm going to put another one on the back also. So let's get back to that green. There's multiple greens in here. Which one did I pull? This one. So this is more of a teal color. And this is the easiest possible redating on the planet. Now, I am going to go ahead and white out April because it is dark, and I don't want it to show through my white sticker. So we're just going to place this one here. We're going to go into Dated Basics, and we're going to look for a cute November sticker. And I don't really need those clear ones because I did put down paper. but I probably will use a clear. Let's see what our options are. Look, y'all, here's a November, but I think it might be a little long for my space. So let's keep going. Okay, so I guess I am going to go ahead and use some of the clear stickers because I don't want my sticker to be too big for this space here. You know, had I known I was going to use these paper ones, I could have saved these header boxes. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to use the clear ones. I think we'll be okay with that. And again, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use black because I also used black for October. I do have two, so I've got enough for the front and the back. So we're just going to grab these two Novembers. Again, the tweezers will come in handy for this. And we're just going to lay this down. It may or may not be centered. That looks cute. And let's put this one over here. Perfect. And now all I need to do over here is change this. So let's white out April. Oh, this is where we can pull that green November because it'll match my tab or my little header box I just put on the tab. I'm actually going to take this big one here. I think green will be a pretty color for November. I'll come back and I'll do this one later, but I am going to go ahead and white it out. Okay, and then the only other thing I need to do, since these are planner releases, I don't really need holidays, so we're just going to take out all these April holidays. And now I have a monthly. I've got a tab. And the only thing I'll have to do over here are change out these months each week and if I want to change my year. So I'm going to go ahead and white this out along with the year. And there are no holidays on these pages. So this is, to me, is the easiest way to redate. Of course, if it's going to bother you that your tab dividers are going to be, you know, a little jankety and mixed up, you know, they're not, that little cut on the tab may not line up perfectly with what you've got going on in your planner. If that's going to bother you, then this way might not be for you. But I think that is super easy. And when I get ready to set these pages up, all I have to do is put a November sticker at the top and I'm ready to go because all of my dates are a perfect match. Okay, so here is November. This will be my affiliate tracking in my catch-all planner. So let's set that one aside. We're done with that one. And I'm going to show y'all one more example. Okay, now I need a December section. So I've still got my December calendar up here. I'm sorry if that's a little out of frame for y'all, but let's go back and let's look at this calendar again. And for December 2025, we are going to look for a Monday start with 31 days. So we're going to start back here. Oh, look, August is perfect, but I don't see August in here. So that means I have used it already. So let's keep going. And we're looking for that Monday start. November won't work because it's Tuesday. I thought that was Monday. Okay, May would work. Do we have May 23 in here? We do. Okay, so I've got May. That's really pretty with green. Do I have any other options? Okay, it looks like May is going to be my only option for redating to December 2025. Or actually, I changed my mind. Let's do something a little different. Let's say this time I want my tab to be where it belongs in as far as in the placement on the side of my planner. So let's go ahead and pull December 2023. Or we could pull December 2022. Let's look at them and see which one I prefer. So we've got gold. And we've also got, ooh, we've got red and blue. This would be pretty for July, wouldn't it? I think I'm going to go ahead and pull this one because it has the reds. So let's remove this December 2023. And actually, I guess this tab may not be in the proper, placement like I was thinking, but at least I won't have to redate my tab. So if you don't want to redate your tabs, then this will be, an option for you. Okay, so I'm not going to redate my tab, but now guess what? Now none of these days are going to line up because I need a Monday start. So we're going to have to change this to a 2025. And now I would have to change all of these dates. So we would just have to start by whiting these out along with the holidays, because these holidays are not going to be properly placed. So I'm not going to redate this monthly on camera because I want to show y'all how to figure out redating your weekly. So I just want to finish whiting these out so at least I've got that done when I sit down and redate this off camera. Okay, now I've got a December tab and I've got a blank December calendar that's ready for dating. Okay, now my December 1st is going to be on a Monday. So I need to redate starting here. Now in this particular planner, or in this particular month, I'm trying to think, how can I best explain this? You know how sometimes 1 week of your planner may be in a different month? That's kind of what I wanted to talk to y'all about. The basic rule of thumb is these planner companies will begin your weekly pages in whichever month has, it's like the majority rules. So let's say for example, you're redating a calendar for September of 2025. So in our September planners, they end, or the weekly pages end with Sunday the 28th, because the last 2 days of September, or in October, I'm sorry y'all, this is very confusing. It's a little hard to explain, but basically you can see that October has 4 days in the first week, and the last week of September only has 3. Plus our calendars end on Sundays and they start on Mondays. So since we only have 2 September days, but we have actually 5 October days, then September 29th and 30th is going to be part of your October weekly pages. So you're always going to want to have a calendar handy whenever you are redating those weekly pages. I don't want to make it sound more difficult than it is. If you'll just remember the majority rules, and whichever month has 4 days or more, that's the month that those weekly pages are going to fall into. And that will only be an issue at the beginning of the month and the end of the month. Okay. One thing that I might suggest too is if you've got a week that crosses over that has September and October in it, maybe you want to do those colored numbers for the 29th and the 30th and use different colors for the 1st through the 5th. That would be kind of cute too. Okay, but let's go ahead and look at December. So December 2025 is going to start on a Monday. And I've got December here. I will have to change this year. And I'm going to have to change these days of the week. And I would do this every single week. But redating is not that difficult. It can be fun because it gives you the opportunity to customize your spread. Okay, so on Monday the 1st, I need to find some numbers in here. And earlier we mentioned that those smaller numbers that are cut for the monthly might be best for your dashboard layout. So let's look at those. And since this is December, I wonder if we have any colors that would be pretty for Christmas. I don't want to use green again. And I don't see a bright red. Let's look back here in the back. Okay, I think I will choose these. Let's see, that looks like orange, or is that red? Okay, here's red down here, and I'm going to use these guys, starting with the first. And I will use my tweezers just for placement purposes. So we'll just put this here. And you can put it in front of or behind, it's up to you. Now I know in the Kellofaplan planner the numbers are back here, but since I'm redating just for, you know, demonstration purposes, I am using a happy planner. But that's at least y'all can see that, you know, this sticker book works with all planners, not just Kellofaplan planners. This is one of those situations where my brain is moving faster than my mouth and my mouth just can't keep up. So anyway, I hope I didn't confuse y'all too bad with this, but I did want to, you know, just give y'all some quick examples of how to redate. So I will continue dating this off camera, but now I've got myself a December tab. December is on all of my pages. I only need to redate my weeks as I go. So let's go ahead and put this in my Franken planner along with the November. So these are our October pages. I did not put a sticker on the back of this one. Actually, now I'm kind of wishing I would have. So I think I am going to go ahead and grab that October sticker, because if I'm in the back of my planner and I need to flip forward, I need to see that date. So let's go ahead and grab this little October. Get this thing placed, and then we'll be ready to add those November and December pages. Okay, here is November. So these extension packs are really great if you're not someone who has a lot of planners that you can redate, then you know, it would be a good idea to pick up these extension packs. You can build your own planner with these things. You can try a new layout. Maybe you want to, you know, decorate a spread for a friend for them to have in their planner. There's just a lot of different, you know, possibilities for these. And also in the 2025 dashboard planner, you don't have a year and a month on those pages, so that's why I'm using Dated Basics Volume 4. Okay, let's set this aside and have a quick recap on everything that's releasing this week. First of all, we've got the beautiful Dated Basics Volume 5. Highly recommend picking this one up if you think you might need to do some redating. Keep in mind we do have some additional releases coming from Kellofaplan, and those will not be dated, so you are going to have to date those things. And remember, this is a #1 seller. It will go quickly. Okay, we also had our dashboard extension pack. Looking for my little cover. This guy here. So you do remember, you're getting 6 months worth. So if you wanted to pick this up for a full year, you would need to purchase 2 packs. We've also got a vertical planner extension pack. Remember, in each of these you are getting 5 weeks, which is more than enough. We've also got a horizontal extension pack. And last but not least, we have the absolutely gorgeous cover and divider set for creating those custom planners or a planner for a friend. And if you don't like the floral on the front, of course, you can always flip it and use the stripes on the back. So anyway, guys, I know this video was a little all over the place. Setting up or doing a dating and a redating on camera is not my forte. So I hope y'all were able to get the gist of what I was trying to explain. And, you know, I hope I did do more good than harm. But anyway, this release does go live on Friday, September the 5th at 10 a.m. Central, 11 a.m. Eastern. Also, while I'm thinking about it, I wanted to mention, if you're not into the floral cover and divider set, there are 2 others available. One is a boho and the other is seasonal. And it is super cute. If I can remember and if I'm able, I will grab hold of a photo and insert that at the end of this video. But guys, I thank y'all so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you will make a purchase. I hope you'll plan on picking up some of these packs. And I also would love it if y'all would shop the affiliate link, which I am going to leave in the description box for you guys. Anyway, guys, y'all have a great day, a wonderful week, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.